Hey, it's Consumer Will, and I'm super excited today to be the first person in Canada to have the brand new Dragon Force 65 version 6. Yeah! So, this is the latest, greatest Dragon Force 65. It's taken a lot of years to get to this point, and they finally have it all dialed in. And we're going to check it out. This first unboxing is my first impression. So the box is very similar to the Dragonflight. And we'll just kind of open her up here. Alright, so check this out. I heard about this from the forums where the sails are going to be shipped flat. And sure enough, just like the Dragonflight, they're shipped flat. So we'll come back to those in a little bit. Now, opening up this kit, this is kit number 8815, which is the RTR version of Dragonflight, or excuse me, Dragon Force. And you see the manuals. So on the RTR, you've got a manual for the transmitter, manual for the boat. So just having a quick pan through here. And they spent a lot of time on this manual this time around. So it talks, the wording and all that, it's a lot better. Better measurements. So just a quick pan through there. So we'll have to get through that in a build video or something. Okay, and of course there's a manual for the transmitter. Okay, so let's go check it out here. Right. Oh. Let's check out the transmitter first. Keep you guys waiting. So it comes with your hatch covers and the transmitter. Look at that. It's actually a full-size looking transmitter. Has your dual rates, has your reversing, and it's a 4-channel. 2.4 handle. Oh, look at this. It comes with a little screwdriver tool attached to the handle. That's kind of neat. How does it feel? Well, you know what? It feels a lot better than, it feels like a real transmitter. The original Dragon Force one was very small, and like it worked, and it was, you know, it was fine with range and everything, but this one actually feels a lot more professional. And let's check out here. So it only requires 4 batteries. And the nice thing though is that you can actually disconnect this, and you could probably find yourself like a life transmitter pack and plug that in and get it going that way too as well. Looks like another feature of this transmitter that's kind of cool is that it's got this squared off base, so it sits quite nicely too as well. Right, good job. Says Joy's Way, has the power bars, has the trims. So it's basic, but you know what? It's basic, all you need. Nice. All right, so let's get into this here. Let's put that back like that. Right, so we got our little bag. So it comes with a clear hatch cover and bag of accessories. There's a head crane. That's pretty cool. That's carbon fiber, just like on the Dragonflight. Okay, you got your fuzzies and everything there. Cool. Rudder. Now, everything below the waterline on this boat is exactly the same. So what they've done is they've done some changes to the above waterline stuff. But everything else, you know, the keel and the rudder should be exactly the same. So here's the keel. It's aluminum. Right, so that's tucked away there. We've got our keel bulb. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's a little different. This looks like, look at that. That's the, looks like the stand and the booms and parts of the mast. Now this is the new rock star of parts, and that's pretty cool. It's got a 65 logo on there, fully adjustable gooseneck. And the plastic looks like exactly the same plastic as the Dragonflight. So definitely a lot more higher quality, heavier duty plastic. There's no movement on that either. Good job. Ball bearings on either side. And this is a little different too as well. The previous ones had thicker kind of hooks. And what I found was I would always use string to rig my boat. And the hooks that came with the previous versions were so thick that it kind of prevented the dynamics of the sail. So this one being thin like that would adapt to a lot more aftermarket sails and not create so much whatever you call it, affect the dynamics of the sail. Okay, so there's that. Now, radiosailing.net, which is where this kit came from, 2 days after it landed in North America, he started shipping, and within days of that, he issued a whatever we call it, warranty or heads up kind of thing. And so this is it here. We got to do something here. It's not glued down, the forestay on the jib, so we got to take care of that. Okay, but it was in an email that was sent out and properly handled, proactive, so it's all good. And notice here too as well is for the jib attachment, there's a small hook for that now too. Alright, so there's a couple different changes there, but that gooseneck is a beauty though. Okay, looking at the mast, looks like the same thing as before. We've got the little rings installed already, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's get into the hull. Okay, so as you know, it started out as a black hull, which was actually super cool. Now, people started to kind of say, you know, oh, it's black hull, so you can't really see it too well when it's out on the water and stuff. So then people started asking, well, why not come back with a white hull? And it's more customizable and all that. And I tend to agree. I think I really do like the white hull a lot more. The black looked kind of cool, but then yeah, if you're sailing it and kind of lose track of it out in the water, it's not really that cool. So what's funny is that yeah, they've gone to a white hull. Now there's sail makers out there that are making black sails. So anyways, and it looks pretty cool on the boat, so a bit of a flip there. Alright, so let's check out the hull here. So above the waterline, definitely quite a few changes. So very much like the Dragonflight, they've gone to this kind of channeled attachment area here. The keel box, very similar, little adjustment points there. You still have the little hole for the battery. And what's really different is the way the servo tray is. They've moved the receiver from this end to this end, put it behind the winch, and moved the steering servo in place of the receiver area. Battery again goes here. A lot of guys will put it up in beside the keel box. From there, it's supposed to be a smoother transition. I tend to agree. Like you look at the throw here, and it's a lot straighter path. So good job with that. Got your little hooks there. And just having a feel of the plastic, like I mean, it's supposed to be thicker, and it definitely feels a lot thicker. Not as much flex. And check out the nose. Okay, different kind of nose. It doesn't have that little hook part here like before. It's very IOM like. Good job. That's a beauty. I'm gonna definitely love customizing this one. All right, so that's basically it. Let's take a look at the sales. Put this here on this side. All right, I'll just grab my. Now again, when you're opening it up, you got to be really careful not to cut them. I do recommend not using a blade, but peeling away the plastic. Now what's different about the sails is they've gone to Mylar for the sails, which is great because the old ripstop ones would tend to stretch over time. So using Mylar is not only a great upgrade for the longevity of this model, but also makes the stock sails a lot more competitive. You know, you're not going to, from the pictures that I've seen, you know, you don't get the fancy corner patches and stuff, but you do get a very high quality sail for, like, I mean, it still is likely the best sail, best performing sail on the market that is stock. Right, so we're going to take a look at these. Boy, they really have it taped down. But you know what? Take your time, because you don't want to crimp these up, and you know, slight deflection of wind, you know, that kind of stuff. Guys kind of go on about that sometimes, but anyways, I just want to get to them here, so I'm gonna, you know, maybe next time don't use as much, as strong of tape, you guys. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to cheat a little bit and just be really careful opening this. Alright, let's take a look at the stock sails. Ooh, and there they are. I have to say, they're pretty good quality. They do feel fairly thick, probably 2.5, 3 mil. I'll come back to the jib. Let's take a look at the main. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So on the main, you'll notice there's a brand new logo. They put the draft lines in, and there's eyelets on all the attachment points. Okay, got the wording there. And in terms of battens, they've put all the battens on the starboard side. So that's good quality batten. I'm just looking at the way that they're built. They're actually built really, really nicely. For a mass-produced sail, that's really impressive, you guys. That's super impressive. Just looking at them here, I'm going to compare it to the edge. So I'm just going to put it to the edge here, and the edge of, just to see how much luff curve there is. So look at that. Wow, there is a lot of luff curve on there. I'm thinking that's almost 5 mil. You know what? I'm gonna get my ruler. Just one sec. All right. I don't have my ruler. Anyways, I'm just looking at it here, and this is definitely at least 5 mil. Alright, sorry guys, I need to measure this. Wow, this is like a 6mm luff curve. That's interesting. Okay, so there you have it there for the main. Okay, now I'm gonna get, the reason why I came back to this jib is because in previous years, the construction of the jib, this jib tabling is an art. Okay, you want to try and get it without any wrinkles along here, nice and straight. Okay, so this jib, I'm looking at it, and there is no wrinkling. This is a really beautifully done jib. And look at that. That is nice and loose in there. Right, the crimps are in there. Everything's set up properly. Well done. So they definitely spent a lot more time making sure the jib tabling on the sail is just well done. So there you have it. That's the latest and greatest version of the Dragon Force 65. This is the version 6. From what I hear, this is the one that they're gonna just keep on running. So it'll be a while, if at all, that there's going to be a version 7. But to say that this is going to be the one that's going to keep on going for sure. Sure, you know, you're going to get issues. Maybe water comes in certain areas, but a lot of times guys will post something anyways to say, oh, well, you got to do this kind of fix. Like, I mean, what do you expect? It's a $200 kit with a radio, with carbon fiber parts, with high quality Mylar sails. Like, I mean, you know, you get guys who talk a lot about this where they're like, oh, well, measure this, and why do we have to worry about, you know, why not worry about weight and stuff like that. And, you know, most of my videos I do weigh it. I didn't weigh this. You know, I'm probably pretty sure the hull's a bit heavier than normal, but at the end of the day, it's still one design racing. Everything below the water line is exactly the same, and the sails are single panel. And really, at the end of the day, it's about the skipper. It's about going out there having fun, not have to worry whether you're going to measure or not, you know. And you know, this is a great hobby, and I've met some incredible people in this hobby, all because of a boat that started out at $170, and now you're getting a full RTR boat now, $200, a little bit more, but all the parts are just well worth it. So anyways, subscribe to my channel. I do a lot more other stuff. Got some really cool projects coming up for 2017. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers, happy sailing.